All right, looks like we're live and ready to go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning. Not the morning watch list. That's for crypto. Welcome back to the live stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. I hope everyone's having a great Friday, last trading day of the week. It's kind of a sad thing, but weekend's always nice. A little bit of downtime, a little bit of refreshing, good for the wrist, those things. So it is the 6th of March. It is already 9:17 a.m. So we only got another 13 more minutes till the market opens at 9:30, and then we'll wrap up this live stream typically around 10:30, or we typically wrap up trading around 10:30, and then we wrap up the live stream around 11. So the whole stream should be about 90 minutes. Check the video description below for some FAQs. Like, which brokerage is this? What scanner are you using? All that fun stuff. Let's get to the watch list. Good morning, guys. Satoshi, Manuel. I still have to get used to that GM means good morning. I know that's like even super old school. It's just, I see GM, I'm thinking ticker instantly. Okay, so it was quite nice this morning. I gotta say, on the scanner, we only had 16 things pop up, which is not a lot. Typically, especially this week, it's been ridiculous. They're starting Thursday and Friday, there was always like 50 plus tickers. So, the last few days have calmed down just a little bit, and it's nice to see always, under 20, because the reason it's so nice is because then there's the chances of there just being, one or two or maybe even three lead gappers is much stronger. And when there's less lead gappers, it means there's more traders looking at the one you're looking at, which means bigger breakout possibility and all that fun stuff. So let's dive into the watch list, and I'll just kind of start at the top here. HTBX from yesterday, kind of pulling back here, consolidating in this $1 to $1.10 range. Kind of an interesting little area here. I have two alerts: if it breaks to the downside or if it breaks to the upside. Both could be interesting trading opportunities. I won't be watching that one out of the gate though. GNMK, this is actually really interesting. This thing broke all the way to 6.44. Floats a little bit larger. The price range is pretty nice though. I'm not sure what the catalyst is. I don't think there was any specific news on it. I don't know if I'm going to be trading this one. Probably not out of the gate. Kind of forming a little bit of a pattern right now. Could see some really big support near 5.5. So that could be a really nice bounce trade. But out of the gate, I don't think I'm going to be watching this one. Former runner. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 kind of big days. And right now we're over the 180-day moving average. That's always an interesting thing to take note on. Just keep going. Morning, Kang, Shark, Paul, Ixel, Keith. Good to see you guys all in here. Yeah, ENZ was interesting as well, and STIM also kind of interesting. I'm going to be looking at those as well. Let's keep going. SP, SRNE, not really doing too much. Probably won't look at this one. Big resistance at 2.5. NNVC, this one's looking pretty good actually. This has been a former runner, a lot of activities, nice small float, nice small market cap, decent volume yesterday. I might be interested to trade this one. I also have alert here if it breaks under 1039. I think just in general though, I'm not really sure if we're going to break 10, but if we do, I think 9 to 10 is going to be big time support, and honestly 10 in the 20s could be big support too. So 1025 or something like that. Right now this one's looking pretty healthy for a potential move higher, at least a retest of maybe 13. TTOO, not looking too interesting, not really moving too much. ALT, this one's been pretty active, and sometimes when a stock is kind of overactive for too many days, I sometimes start discounting it a little bit just because it'll be overplayed. But big support here at 3, and this bounced up pre-market 27%. Just not the biggest mover. I'm looking for something with a little bit more percentages on it. AGRX, not really doing too much, but I gotta say $2 looks like to be some really big support down there. DYNT, interesting bounce here off of 2.2, nice low float. Not really sure if we're going to be trading this one because it's kind of on the backside of a bigger move. I'll go ahead and add BIMI2 to the watch list. Just kind of going through this one. GHSI, Big resistance here at, I don't know, 0.5, 0.6. I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading this one. OSG, no activity pre-market, but this one was a big runner yesterday. It'll be interesting to see how OSG opens out of the gate. Not too much dollar volume though yesterday either. OBSV, not really interesting, a little choppy. COCP, big support here at 1, but for now we're not going to be trading it. AXU, no. AEMD, kind of a big bounce here, but again, $3, massive resistance. I would like to see this thing kind of break past $3, or I don't know if we're going to be trading this one. I'll go ahead and put an alert here for now. At or above. STIM. This one's looking interesting. I think it did have a catalyst. I forgot what it was. FDA grants therapy system breakthrough device to treat bipolar depression. Okay, good stuff here. Good catalyst. Up 60%. Having some issues holding this area, but $3 definitely is big time support. Little shaky under VWAP. I wouldn't be surprised if this opened lower, maybe found some support in the mid 2s. I don't know if we're going to be trading this one out of the gates. But, you know, not really too bad. 50 million market cap, 18 million shares outstanding, beautiful price range between $2 and $7. So has a lot going for it. Not to mention, it's kind of got, you know, good ways to run here as well. So could be an interesting play. So you see the big resistance at $4. DXYN, I think this was a runner from yesterday. Not really doing anything too interesting pre-market, so I probably won't be looking at it. SEEL, kind of not really doing much either. And then GSV. One second, I think I deleted one of my lead gappers. Where'd it go? Ah, no, it's still coming. I was like, hold on. My list was all messed up, or I guess I could scroll it down a little bit more. Let's see what I want to do here. This is where it gets interesting. ENZ, having a little, absolutely ripping it, pulled back. Let's see what kind of pullback this was. 17-18% pullback, totally fine. Correction area, 75% move to the upside, really nice. Let me quickly see here, long-term chart. Ran all the way to 3.8. That's right over here. So big pre-market move. And then again, some resistance in this area. Let's see. I think, you know, this thing might open up and maybe pull back a little bit. It does have a little bit bigger float, so just, you know, keep an eye out for that. 47 million shares outstanding. Nice support at 2.8, $3. I don't know. The thing is, I think DRAD is a much nicer potential move here. And you know what? This is kind of painful to see this, because I was looking at DRAD and I was like, you know what? This is definitely the lead gapper. Breaks out here. 90%, right above big time support at 450. The shares outstanding are only 2 million. That's a really nice number. Market cap tiny, 6.5 million, while ENZ, the market cap is 107 million. So ENZ is a much larger stock, which means it needs a lot more traders to really get it moving, while DRAD has that, you know, spikeability potential, and we're already above the 180-day moving average. So this thing is absolutely ripping it. Recent, you know, has many of these spikes. For recent reverse split, definitely going to see some resistance here. Let's see how far this thing goes. I think there's really clear skies on this one. Right now, you know, we're above $7. This is absolutely ripping it. Let's check down here quickly. How far? So we have another resistance at about 8. I'm a little kind of disappointed that, not really that I didn't trade it pre-market, but it was the fact that it just started ripping right away from us. You know, this thing's up 40% now, from about $5. Okay, maybe not 40%. Hold on, let me check that again. 35%. And this is kind of what I was hoping it would do when the market opens. So this is kind of the second big leg to the upside. We have this one right here at 7 a.m. and then now at 8:50 starting. So it's kind of had two big moves already. It's been actively traded pre-market. So sometimes you want to watch out with those because when they open up, they're so, I wouldn't say overextended, but yeah, you could say overextended, that sometimes they pull back a little bit aggressively and the gap and go isn't as nice. I'll quickly pull up BIMI, and I want to add from yesterday, COHN. See if we can watch that one. Man, I forgot to wear my belt and my pants are slipping. Okay, so let's see, $4 here, 20% move to the upside, BIMI. This one's kind of been in the news for quite some time. Big purchase deal. That's really good. The thing about this one, it moves a little bit slower. 4.8 right now is where we're at. Big time resistance here between 450 and 550. Maybe we'll be able to break out from this area. Yeah, this could be an interesting one. Nice float or shares outstanding, 9 million, market cap 37 million. Everything's looking pretty good. It wasn't that heavily traded yesterday, but today's a new day. Whew. A lot going on. NNVC, let's quickly look at that again. I'll probably be doing ideally 2 trades today, about $1,300 to $1,500 position sizes. $1,500 I could do. It would be, I feel like, a little bit getting aggressive because I still haven't got totally used to that, since I'm so used to now trading with $1,000 position sizes, even though it's tiny. It really just is like ingrained in my mind. This is going to be definitely an interesting market open, calm and collected, no need to rush into anything. I think with DRAD, I'm going to be extra calm, see what the lead gappers are. I'm going to have my other scanner ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and detach this so I see it. And I'll just kind of have this one running. See if we have any stocks kind of popping up. Sorry, 20 more seconds, guys. Happy trading, everyone, as well. And good luck, everyone. I'm going to be looking for about 200 shares if I trade DRAD out of the gates, but I'm not sure. Let's see what happens. So far, I've auto send off. All right, guys, here we go. $110% up already. This thing could keep gapping and going. I wouldn't be surprised. Pulling back now. Big support, I would say, right under $6. $6 was a big breakout point though. 6.3. % candle already, big volume here, kind of shaky though, bit of a doji candle right now. 10 more seconds till a new candle forms on the 1 minute. Markets are 3% red, guys. Be a little bit more careful here. Sometimes the breakouts are a little bit weaker when the markets are that red. NNVC, definitely the lead gapper right now, 10.7. ENZ looking interesting as well, STIM. Seeing if I could identify some sort of setup with DRAD. I do kind of like the 6.5 area. Big support there for sure. Could see all-time highs really, really soon. Or not all-time highs, but daily highs. 617 is the number to beat. We got resistance at 8, and then again here at 11. $6.5 looking like it might crack here. And NVC, it's still at 10.7. I gotta say, DRAD looks pretty healthy so far, really holding this area despite that big move. I don't think I'm going to be able to get myself to trade it just because that big 1 minute red candle sometimes makes me a little bit on edge. But so far, I think, you know, it could break $7. And if it does, I think this is going to absolutely rip. Good opportunity to make a nice percentage gainer, but also potentially lose. So I don't know. Here we go, 695. Tapping this area, 724. Here we go. That was the breakout. Boom, big move here. I somehow could not get on board. That was two big legs up, and I don't know how I felt about that one. Still watching it. NNVC now at $11, 30 cents up. Markets are correcting a little bit. So you guys are looking at INO. I know that's been a favorite in this chat for a while. Nice move there, 10%. Many big green days though. I forgot to announce DRAD is up on good quarterly results. It's always a really a good catalyst. Seeing some resistance here. DRAD was halted. You know what? 6.5. It started looking pretty healthy, and I think I probably should have got aggressive on it. You know, we've just been having so many of these really kind of slow red to green moves that I was a little bit more cautious on it. And this time, it did not pay off. This time I kind of missed the big move. So DRAD, we're gonna have to watch it again at 949, roughly 948. INO and NNVC, kind of similar price, kind of interesting to watch here. INO, much bigger stock than I typically want to be trading in terms of market cap and share. So you probably won't see me trading this one today. Nice healthy pullback here. Could be a good entry. I'm going to see if we can identify some sort of 5-minute setup. I think I'd really like to see that. NNVC could be the ticket for a 5-minute setup. So far looking pretty healthy here. At 10.5, identified some really big time support. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yep. That was me and DRAD. Kind of missed that one, which is fine. It's been such a crazy week, so I felt okay. Maybe giving it by, being a little bit calmer. ENZ guys pulling back here, getting closer to $3. I kind of had a feeling that this one wasn't as nice as DRAD, so that's why I wasn't giving it too much attention. And look at here, it's pulling back a little bit. You don't always know, but sometimes you want to look for the best lead gapper, and I don't think ENZ was the best. I'm gonna love to watch this get unhalted. This will be a really interesting move here. So we got another 2 minutes roughly till this gets unhalted. Till then, I think I'm going to watch NNVC a little bit longer here, although it's kind of consolidating. NNVC might be a phenomenal play in like 10 minutes from now. As the bottom, as 10.5, if it holds, Could be really, really interesting move. And then break it back above VWAP with volume, maybe buy on a pullback or buy in the breakout on that one. So I don't know what we're going to do, but for now, NNVC, kind of keeping an eye on it. You know, DRAD, there was a few weeks we had this exact setup over and over and over again. So we might start seeing this come up now in the next few days, where we're kind of consolidating it right here pre-market on the first or second leg up, and we're right near VWAP or in the 15-minute EMA, and then we break below it for just one candle, and then we rip back to the upside. I've seen that many times before the whole kind of Corona incident, and we might be seeing some of those come back as the market kind of recalibrates, comes back to normal. So this could be a good sign of what's to come. NNVC 10.5. INO. It was a good call out, guys. That was a really good call out. This thing is absolutely ripping it. I am not on board with this one. 6% move here. A little bit slower than your typical small cap, but still really nice percentage gains. It just extremely overextends, so watch out. This thing could reverse at any moment. Sometimes the breakouts are a little bit weaker on days like today. Let's go back to DRAD. It's about to get unhalted here in just a couple minutes, 3 seconds. Here we go. 56, 55. A lot of traders are going to be looking at this. Big resistance at $8. I would like to trade this on a 5-minute setup, but I'm not sure if we're going to get something like that. No, OMX, do I ever try entries for the resume? Usually not, no. I usually don't. Big volume there in that opening candle. I have to reduce my position size if I want to trade this. I'm gonna go to 170 for now. $8, big breakout. I don't think I can trade that $8 breakout. That is just too much for me. ENZ getting close to breaking $3 to the downside. Whew. So far, no trades from me. I'm a little bit more cautious this morning, just because the overall market has been a little bit too, I don't know, it's kind of unpredictable. It's good trading though with you guys on this last day of the trading week. Always good fun. Let's see how this area holds. I wouldn't be surprised if I had a quick little correction, pullback, maybe made a 5-minute setup here. I think $7 could be big time support. Here we go, coming close to the 15-minute EMA. A little bit choppy though. This is on the 5-minute. It looks like a bit more like a shooting star candle. Could be a bearish reversal. Yeah, Shark, I totally agree with you. It's you might make a quick 10% on this one, but you might lose a quick 10% or 20%. And NVC still looking interesting. I know you guys called it out. I mean, this is the one that's moving the most to the upside, so pretty interesting play. ENZ now below $3. That could be a really good dip. Buying at the 7.1 area would have probably been a really interesting pullback play, but to me, I still see a little bit more risk on this one, so I'm not touching it just yet. ENZ back above $3 probably would have been the ticket. Just looking at the aftermarket open scanner and seeing if there's something new. Good morning, Will. Happy to have you join. Yep, ENZ, that would have been a really, really good dip. DRAD pulling back right now. Lead gappers, lead moves, NNVC, DRAD, HTBX, basically everything we're looking at. VWAP trying to come in here as support. Looks to be holding for now. $6.5 could be big time support as well. NNVC back to 10.7. $7 is cracking now. A lot of sellers here. DRAD just got halted on the way down. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That is sketchy. What's up, Stu? Rookie Bitcoin trader. That's cool, man. That's a good place to trade. Although crypto is very expensive to trade. Oof. Yeah, Sharky. Yeah. Oof. That was my reaction too. Don't want to be part of that. Although a lot of these halts on the way down have been kind of interesting reversal points. So let's see what happens. I think we might hit 6.5, maybe go below it, ideally go below it, and it could be a really good reversal area. Oh, today is flying by and I have no trades yet. It's a little stressful. So we have, it's 9:44 a.m., 14 minutes now since the market opened. DRAD, most of my attention was on it. I didn't get any moves. Honestly, ENZ, when it dipped below $3, I probably should have switched over to it and traded it. Kind of was saying that $3 is a big bounce area, and you know what? It was. So I think that was the one trade I truly missed. I think DRAD, I missed that one, but it was tough. ENZ, we called it out pre-market. That was the trade we wanted to take. So those always disappoint me a little bit more. It went right to 2.88 and we're just reversed, ripped 10%. Could have been really clean. Let's see what else we got here. NNVC, guys. I'm gonna give this one maybe another five minutes or so, but this could be a really interesting trade as well. Yeah, no, that's a nice trade. That's kind of the exact one I wanted. When $3 broke and the selling momentum slowed down, you could see in the order book sometimes reversals taking place. Yeah, nice move on that one. You got it good. Gotta remember not to miss the DRAD open. And NVC looks like it's trying to pull back up here. Some buying volume finally coming in. Whew, quick pullback though. VWAP is a dangerous area. Trying to buy the VWAP breakout. I've got skunked on that setup so many times. It's nice when it happens, but it's tough. NNVC though, some of the most dollar volume. Everything though we're looking at does not have a lot of dollar volume. So typically I only trade stuff over $10 million volume. Sometimes I go into the $5 million volume area. But by now the lead gappers should be over 50 million, and nothing is even over 25 million. So that's something to consider as well. NNVC, Might have a lot of eager traders on it. Trying to break the $11. A lot of sellers at 11 though. Boom, just broke 11. Okay, NNVC, looks like this thing's really starting to recover here. Let's see how far it's going to run. And let's see if we can find a potential entry on this one. So far, so good. 1139, some big resistance. 11.5, some big resistance as well. Looking interesting. Never a big fan when we're on the backside of the move, but yeah, could be good. What did I say with DRAD? When is it going to get unhalted again here? On the 8. 48.25. Okay, so we got a little bit longer, not too much. Did anyone just blindly buy NNVC at 10.5? Because that would have been probably a pretty good trade. Nice, thanks, Paul. Boy Clause, NCHL halted going up. DRAD opening up right now. There's going to be a little bit of fear in this one. Those halts always make people a little bit nervous. That was actually a pretty calm halt. I don't really want to dip by DRAD just yet because I don't want to get stuck in another halt going down. No, it's bouncing. This is tough. I'm a little undecided in what I would want to trade. I think NNVC could be an absolute ripper here. It had a nice breakout. I'm going to be watching this one a little closer right now. These VWAP breakouts really have been kind of getting me on the wrong side lately. HTBX below $1. Probably about 1,200 shares. I mean, whoops, one too many zeros. 120 shares. I just don't think I really necessarily want to be trading it just yet. 2 pullbacks. $11 kind of getting chipped away. This doesn't look too good. I'm not seeing any clear setup that's just blowing my mind right now. NNVC does look like it could bounce off this area pretty nicely though, I gotta say. Kind of interesting. Quickly close the door. There's a lot of noise being made in the other room. I'd be a little nervous with NNVC at the moment. Thanks, Angie. I appreciate that comment. NCHL, how's that one looking? Boy Claus. I don't know. Still, I'm a little undecided today. NNVC, I think could be a really nice breakout here. I like the 5-minute setup. I like that it's holding above VWAP. I like that it's one of the biggest dollar volumes on the day. It's a tough one. It's definitely tough though. I don't know. I think I'm going to give it a bit more time. I've had a lot of tough trades with these VWAP breakouts. I think I'd rather miss this one. I don't know. I'm going to put alert here if we break it down below 11. I'm also going to put alert if we break above it so I don't have to watch it. So far, no trades for me if you guys are just tuning in. I was a little too cautious maybe in the morning, but sometimes it pays off. This time, kind of just missed a few good entries. Maybe we'll still snag one trade today. I don't want to rush anything. I don't want to force any trades just to trade. We've had a pretty decent week actually. This has been a really good week. So keep it calm. DRAD is not looking too healthy. You could probably argue that this is an ABC pattern here. I had a nice breakout, A, pullback, B, bounce, C. This would have to be the breakout right here at 699. We're kind of approaching one of my least favorite breakout times though. I'm going to go ahead and put an alert here if we break under 6.7. Thoughts on HTBX? Where is it hiding? That's the real question. Here it is. Well, you can't deny that $1 is tremendous support on HTBX. I was a little disappointed with it yesterday. I was really hoping we would have that big crack, that big breakout. Luckily, we got away from it just in time, but I don't know. Kind of holding the dollar area really nicely, and I think if we keep holding this area, it's going to want to eventually retest some highs, but at the moment, kind of struggling. This has been a tough day. Yesterday was a really tough day. You know what? I think NNVC could be a good trade. I think what I'm going to do with NNVC, I'm not going to try to trade this breakout. I'm going to look for a consolidation, an ABC pattern, a potential break lower from that pattern. So maybe to 1075, and then I might want to get aggressive with NNVC. I think that's what I'm going to do. Could be totally wrong. It could be breaking out right now. We might miss this move. But I think that's the one I would feel most comfortable with, and that might happen around 1015. So let's see what happens here. Oh, well, I was totally wrong. It's breaking out now. So NNVC was the move. 6%. I don't know. That was just that was a tough one. Really not that clean. Also, look at the daily chart. Really choppy. It's it's been in play for quite some time. Not something I like looking at. ENZ back at $3. That's a good call. Good call, Keith and Paul. Really wild. If I want to trade this, I'll be looking for about 400 shares. $4 big resistance right now. Maybe we'll get a quick little pullback on ENZ. Big resistance at $4, making me a little bit more cautious with this one. And pull back a little bit more since that pullback was a little bit slower than I wanted it to. Nice trade, Will. Yeah, Emmanuel, that was a pretty epic trade as well. I'm being a little bit more cautious with it. I wasn't really convinced with it in the morning, and I'm not really any more convinced with it now because of that big resistance at $4. But this could be a quick, nice pullback here. I don't know. Don't really see a reason to get aggressive on ENZ. I could be wrong. Could totally be wrong. Here we go. Trying to break out here. This could be a big move. Good point, Emmanuel. 3.87 double top potential. Just a lot of selling volume overall with this one. I don't really feel like this is the one that I want to be aggressive on, but who knows? Anything could happen. I was totally wrong with NNVC. I missed ENZ at $3. DRAD, missed that one as well. I've been missing a lot of moves today. So if you guys just do the opposite of what I do, you'll be green today. So, I don't know. It's just one of those days. Here we go. 362, 365. Looks like it's going to break out. Gathering some momentum here. Oh boy, I would be a little bit nervous if I was trading this one, ENZ. And SYS below 371. Whoa, I just went to the wrong one. OPX has big resistance at wait, hold on, chart just updated, 382. I don't know, kind of moving slow, but inching its way higher, kind of interesting. Sometimes you'll see some of these absolutely rip, and you know, it's easy to miss these moves because they're so slow. OPX, just not a lot of data, not a lot of volume. So as a day trade, it's a tough one. I don't know what it's doing long term. ENZ pulling back a little bit now. INO had a nice bounce here off of $12. Interesting day. Tough day for sure. DRAD, I kind of really wish I got aggressive at 6.5. I think that move was that was kind of the move, huh? Yeah, good move, Shark. I think that was a pretty good trade. I think that probably would have been the trade I was looking at as well. I didn't really feel it, so I didn't enter at 3.5 something. But yeah, we've been seeing a lot of those stocks breaking up around this time, pulling back for one candle or two candles max, and then just ripping. So that was a cool move there. This is a really dangerous spot for ENZ to consolidate. Consolidating under $4 where is really long-term resistance, I think is a really heavy spot. There's just sellers galore. We'll see what happens. We got another minute 45 until a new 5-minute candle starts. So we could still see a lot of activity in this one candle alone. DRAD really kind of making some impressive moves. Held this area pretty well. Never dipped below $7 or 685, 675, which I was waiting for. NNVC now at 12.2. Can talk about missing this move. This is really the one I thought that we were going to get too. A little bit of morning consolidation around 9:45. Maybe this thing picks up. I couldn't really get aggressive with this one. I don't know why. I think it's just because the long-term chart has been so overplayed. It's been traded so much. Big resistance here at 1236. All the way to 13.7. Markets are still red. They're very red. 3% down. Got another 20 seconds till a 5-minute candle gets printed. I kind of say that because on the 5-minute chart, sometimes I like to look for those 5-minute setups and what could be a nice 5-minute setup. And I'm thinking, a quick pullback here, a wick down here to this area at the 320s, and then another candle back to the upside, creating maybe a 5-minute setup or something like that. This could be a really good entry right here at 334 as well. Nope, actually my TOS is frozen. Yeah, it's so bad. Wow, what a unusual or a kind of an interesting Friday. I think ENZ could be setting up a really clean 5-minute breakout here. This could be definitely the trade. Good trade of the day. 15-minute EMA coming in. I think if the 333 holds when it gets retested, I'm not sure if it will get retested, but if this area holds, I think there's a good chance ENZ will just absolutely rip to the upside. CBLI running, Keith. Here we go, ENZ. I don't know if ENZ is the buy. I think 5-minute chart, it's looking really interesting. I don't know. I've been a little bit more hesitant on ENZ. I think buying it when it broke back above $3 would have been the ticket. I've been kind of saying that all stream, and you know, I missed that one. I was focused on something else. I even saw my alert go off and think in my head like, that could be a really good trade. CBLI, nice bounce off of 3.1. Again, kind of on the backside of a trade, but still a good 5-minute setup here. Not too much volume. Not a lot of volume at all. Today, those first 15 minutes really getting aggressive would have been the ticket. And I kind of say that a lot, that, you know, the first 15 minutes is really the ticket. DRAD looking kind of interesting, kind of forming a little cup and handle here. This could be a good breakout. Could break past 845 with some serious volume. I like how this one's kind of been building up for a while now. Trading this with about 150 shares, maybe even a little bit more. This could be the breakout. On DRAD, yeah. Oh man, I was looking for maybe one more red candle, and I actually really wanted to get ready, aggressive on this one. This could just get halted any moment. The halts on DRAD have been ferocious. We missed this one again. How does that happen? Looking to break 877 right now. Charts are really laggy. Time and sales show 830. This is a tough one with DRAD. I think this could be a really nice breakout from here. Really nice kind of cup and handle pattern without really the handle though, kind of missing that area. Watching the 5-minute candle right now, seeing if we could see a little bit better of maybe a setup closer to $8. This is still a pretty new minute. Yeah, kind of like Shark said, I'm watching a little bit bigger, more of a pullback here towards the $8 15-minute EMA. But I don't think we're going to really get that. That was quite an aggressive little doji candle. A lot of volume just kind of came through here. 8.5. It's moving fast. It's good to see that. Got another kind of 2 minutes. That 5-minute candle. I'm just going to wait a little bit longer here. If we approach $8, I might get aggressive on this one. It has tended to be a little bit slower of a mover on the actual breakout, so it's a pretty big spread as well on this one. Markets are still red, but kind of holding the lows. Or kind of holding the area, not really going much lower. I don't think we're going to really see DRAD dip below the 15-minute EMA, but this could be where it breaks out. Big buyers here, 830. $10.15, guys. Big buyers coming in now. Might get one more opportunity to buy this. Still a little nervous that this thing might just do a quick little crack to the downside. I'd probably rather buy this on the way up. $8.43 now. Volume's fading. DRAD is definitely going to move in a direction real soon. 20 getting chipped away. $7.70. That was the pullback I was waiting for. This could be a really good entry. Just keep watching this one a little bit longer. This is a really tricky stock. That was a quick bounce, 6% bounce. $15-minute EMA came in here. I can really see DRAD absolutely ripping. Yep, ENZ trying to break out as well. 369. NNVC back to 75, 1175. That one's been really, really slow. DRAD is just like, I feel like really easy to get on the wrong side. And NVC below 1162. I think 11.5 could be a phenomenal dip buy on an NVC. I hope I don't miss that move. Yep, there it goes. A little bit slower of a mover though. $10 could be big support as well. DRAD back above, just kind of chilling at this $8 area. I don't know, guys. This is tough. You know, I've been kind of on the wrong side today. I have made no trades today. Kind of upsetting, but that's just how it is sometimes. And I don't want to get aggressive at the one time where it doesn't work out. I don't know. It's not really, I guess, my day, but we'll see what happens. You know, I still want to give it maybe another 15 minutes of trading here, and then we'll probably wrap up. I think if DRAD pulls back, I'd probably get aggressive on it. Looks like it's trying to really, really curl here, 8.2. I think this could really rip higher. Kind of has clear skies above. Yeah, a little bit slower. DRAD, it's good to just be a bit more cautious on this one, just because, you know, in the past it didn't have those quick rips. Plus, this is a huge move already that it's on. Looks like it might crack here a little bit. Maybe an entry near 47 would be really nice. Nice move, Boy Claws. This has been kind of seeming like to be a little bit more like a classic dip buyer. All right, we just got long on this one, 170 shares. Little pull under VWAP. And I just got halted into, you know what? I had a feeling that was going to happen. A big part of me was like, I probably shouldn't trade DRAD going into a hold, going into a potential hold, because I know this thing was already halted going down on a dip. But the dip wasn't very strong, which made me a little bit more, the feeling I could get aggressive. I don't know. I played this one wrong. I've been kind of saying that today. I've been playing these moves today a little bit wrong. I've been too cautious when I should be aggressive today. Well, let's see what happens here. This is going to be an interesting one. Luckily, we didn't buy it on the breakout, and we bought near the bottom of the hole. Still, it's one of my bigger position sizes, so that's not fun. Let's see what happens here. Could be interesting. I have actually yet to be halted on the way down. Has not happened yet to me on, I've been so cautious on stocks getting halted. I just have not traded them at all. So this will be interesting. So yeah, I guess it pays off to be cautious on halted stocks. And even though DRAD was the lead gapper, it was the right decision to be a bit more cautious. And you know, I had that feeling this is a really kind of risky limit order because it's right at that 10% dip area where it could get halted. It looks like my instincts were right, but I didn't listen to them this time, unfortunately. All right, well, this will be good entertainment for you guys, and hopefully a good lesson for everyone. Let's see what happens. ENZ, let's quickly go back to this one. We got another probably 3.5 minutes. Still have a limit order here. I think this could be really nice support. ENZ kind of had a failed breakout here. Big support and resistance zone in this area. Let's move it down one. Purchase price is a little bit more aggressive. This thing dipped kind of harder than I expected. I really did. Purchase price 746. Big support here at 6. Yeah, it should be interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. This should reopen in 27 minutes. I mean, at 10:27. You know, I was just about to be done for the day. I was like, you know what? I'm not really getting anything that I want. I think I'm going to wrap up trading. Oh, well. It's not 11 o'clock yet, so this should be not very fun, but let's see what happens. The last dip recovered pretty quickly. Maybe I can get out for a small loss. That's kind of the game plan here. We got another, basically a minute and 10 seconds till the market, this thing gets unhalted. Hotkey for the lines. I actually don't have a hotkey. I click the middle button and then I have this thing that pops up, and then I just kind of choose what I want. But no specific hotkey. TD is not the best with hotkeys. It really isn't. It's extremely limited on what you can actually set up. ENZ pulling back here at 3.3. NNVC pulling back as well, 1137. Yeah, tough day, guys. Tough day in the markets. Maybe we'll get one more trade after DRAD, but we would have to really see if we can find a really nice setup. Let's see. All right, guys. This is about to get unhalted. Here we go. That was really fast. The order book did not even update. Trying to get out of this position. 30. This could actually be a little bounce here. Who knows? $41, $42. This thing is moving extremely fast. I was not ready for that crack. I didn't even see that this thing updated. Hold on, getting some error messages here. Still have a sell alert. Why is my order not going through? Trying to get out for a 5% loss. Let's see if we can get it. Looking for a quick pop back here to the upside. $23. The spread on this is absolutely ridiculous. 710, 79, 710. $7.15. I think I'm about to get out right now. It's $7.35. Yeah, we're out. 44% loss. Actually, not too bad. 3.5% loss. Whew, this was a stressful trade. Oh my God. My God, that was stressful. I need a beer. After this, I'm going to get a beer. Don't be surprised if I'm on the recap video with a nice little something. I was a little annoyed here because I tried to get out at 50. I don't even know what happened. Everything was just, going all over the place. I wasn't super nervous that this thing was going to fall off a cliff just because the way it's been trading and the way it's traded after halt so far, which made me a little bit more lenient. Just kind of wanted to explain that a little bit. But overall, still kind of playing with fire with this one. I think 6.5 could be an interesting trade here with this, but I'll take my 3.5 or whatever percent loss. I'm actually really happy about that trade. I'm not happy about the entry, but I'm happy about the overall turnout. Do you get out at a bid or do you try and put a sell limit order? I do both, Boy Claus. It depends. Every trade's different. If I see buyers are getting chipped away, I force on the bid. I slap that bid like no tomorrow. I've actually forced a trade on when I've hit my when my account was flagged. But yeah, just call TD or whatever broker you have. They'll unflag your account. They'll just give you a little 3-strike warning. No steak and potato for me today. Oh no, I forgot to take a video. Yo, yesterday we had such a good dinner. Oh my God, the steak was like you could cut it with a spoon. It was ridiculous. No, Satoshi, it's just potatoes, no steak. ENZ pullback. I'm actually DRAD pullback, if anything. Ay. Let's go ahead, watch ENZ. I have my limit order out for this one. Yep. Still trying to pull back a little bit more. 20 holding. 18, we just got an entry on the 18. 17, still pulling back. The reason I entered is because of this breakout area, former breakout zone is one of my favorite places to do an entry. $4.15, still selling off. We entered this one with a $1,200 position size, kind of similar to DRAD. DRAD is bouncing. We could have got even a better exit on that one. Let's see what happens here. A little bit nervous with ENZ if this pullback is going to be slow. Okay, there we go. Moving a little bit faster here. That's what I wanted to see. Still a lot of selling volume though on this one. A lot of selling volume. See if we get one more leg up, one more move here, one more bounce. This doesn't look very healthy. I would like to see these bounces go a little bit quicker, and it's kind of consolidating in an area that I did not want it to consolidate. 3, 5 red candles in a row. Might have to get out of this trade fairly quickly before it turns into a red trade. 323 is struggling. 25. We have a shoulder here at 3.4. Sell order at 38. Might move it down here to 37. Still trying to break out from this $28 area. I know we've tried 3 times now. I feel like TD is a little bit slow. More with DRAD. DRAD is back at 7.6. That would have been a profitable trade. It's kind of always the worst, taking a loss on a trade that actually was profitable. I just was way too risky on DRAD, and I should have thought about that a little bit more. $27 getting chipped away. Don't like that. Still holding okay. $28 now, seeing some volume on it. Try to close my position on the 26, but I didn't get it. Just waiting for that one more pop to the upside here. I'm going to see if we can get it. Not a lot of selling volume actually. $25 struggling though. DRAD still would have been the profitable trade. 323 having some big issues here. I probably should have been a little quicker with this bounce. I kind of got the meat of the move on that bounce, and I probably could have walked away with a 4% profit. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. I would want to see this tweak to the upside here. I'm going to have to close this trade for a small loss or a small, just basically a scratch. Want to see a pop here in the next few moments. Nope, not getting it. $18 holding pretty well. Not a lot of selling volume, make me somewhat confident. I don't want to just be holding this though. Like I said, you know, I should have sold pretty quickly into this one. Well, I guess it just wasn't really my day. And I tried to get out on this one and it just did not work. Not a lot of selling volume though. $15. Struggling to break higher here. I'm going to take my $10 loss on this one, maybe 1% loss. I'm not sure. It wasn't really bouncing. You know, we could have took our 3% profit on this one. I was looking for that one little bit move. That was just a little bit more, and we just didn't get it. I might have just kind of closed my position too early here, but I could see this kind of continuing a little bit of a downtrend, and I don't think I really want to be part of that. So that's kind of why I went ahead and closed this position. We actually, since I was under allocated in all my trades, we could even do another trade here. So if I see this pull back to $3, I think I'm going to go ahead and get aggressive on it. SPEX, let's quickly check it out. Yeah, talk about selling DRAD at the wrong time. This would have been, so my bounce would have worked. The exact trade I wanted would have worked. That was an 8% kind of trade potential. Ah, that's tough. SPEX. Big pullback here. %20 move, really interesting. Yeah, pretty clean little bounce here off VWAP, huh? You don't usually get such clean bounces off of VWAP like this. Interesting to see. I don't think I would trade this one anymore. It could go back to 115 though. I could definitely see that. See a little bit too much risk in this at the moment. Cool call though, SPEX. Small market cap, small shares outstanding. And back at 15. Just not really my day. So we got two losses. Both weren't that bad, luckily. One 1% and one maybe 3.5% loss. Totally expected to happen every now and then. And that's actually not bad losses at all. So kind of content, I guess you can say. I mean, it's not great. Nobody likes a loss, but could have been worse. DRAD is pulling back one more time here. So it really paid to be a bit more cautious today, I think. I could have even been more cautious, but those first 15 minutes, that's always when you want to get extra aggressive. So that's kind of something to take away there as well. Man, I would not be surprised if DRAD got halted again. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a limit order here. I think there is a good chance that it might get halted on the way down, little one, or just a quick little dip. Small position size, really conservative. ENZ got in at 14. Yeah, I think that was actually a pretty good trade. I was thinking about doing ENZ. Yeah, this is tough, man. You know, again, we would have been profitable in this trade. This is kind of the move I was waiting for. So it looks like we had the right idea with ENZ. We just traded it. We traded it a little bit too early. Always annoying when that happens, but it happens. Yeah, we would have had a nice little profit on this one. So kind of crazy. DRAD and ENZ, we had the right trade, we had the right setup. Both times we just did it a little bit too early. So today could have easily been, you know, an 8%, 10% profit day, doing the exact same trades that we did. That's a tough one to think about. You know, it's like, so I did everything right. My timing was just off a little bit. I don't know. DRAD bouncing back up now. I'm going to give the stream just a little bit longer here before we wrap up trading. I think we might have an opportunity to get maybe one more trade in. It's not 11 o'clock yet, and I was under allocated in all my position sizes, which today was a good thing because, you know, we should have done 1,500, but I kind of did 1,000 or like 1,200. So now we have kind of like $900 to trade with. A little bit more actually. I still got in at the right time, but can't get out. Oh my God. I think we've all are having some issues today. I hope it works out though. I hope you get out where you want to get out. Not like me. Big support at $7. I think traders are a little bit weary with DRAD ever since it had those two fairly aggressive pullbacks. On a lead gapper, it's a bit unusual like that. NNVC, I think NNVC would have been a really tough one to trade. You know, in hindsight, this pullback here looks so healthy. You got the 15-minute EMA and everything kind of screaming. But, you know, we've been stuck on so many of these pullbacks that kind of just kept on scaling back and giving us a hard time. This thing did rip 13%, not even that strong though, backside of a move, and then just totally sells off. So I don't know, I think NNVC, that was tough. ENZ really kind of bothering me a little bit. This is the perfect trade. We entered at a pretty good spot. I don't know why it's not showing up in the charts just yet, but you know, we did everything right with this trade. That is tough. Ah, it's even breaking back above VWAP a little bit here. Oh my lord. Just one of those days. One of those days. So this bounce, it was kind of strong, but it slowed down here. 4%, we probably could have squeezed out of it. I think I was up like 3.5% or something like that. And then here it is. Here's the big rip, goes 7%. I was not looking for more than 5% on either one of these trades. I just wanted, you know, for this bounce just to hop up one more time. We didn't get that. Nice, Lethal Jake. That's good. That's exactly what I was looking for. You basically got the trade I wanted. So nice work on that one. SPEX released news on FDA patent. ENZ long term, I have no idea. A lot of these stocks long term is not something I want to be trading, especially biotechs. Long term, it kind of seems to have one direction. That's to the downside. Might see another few days, but it has a lot of resistance above. Who knows what's going to happen to it? Let's check out the news on SPEX. SPEX has a really rough long-term chart. There's going to be a lot of back holders wanting to get out on this one. Near critical $1 area. It came out with that patent at 43. That was right in this, actually like right after it, huh? That news almost didn't even affect it. I think that's, okay, that's just because of rehashing the news. Okay, that's nothing new. It's 10:50, guys, getting a little bit late. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get that third trade in, unfortunately. Luckily, didn't have to give back too many profits today. Just kind of a little bit of a red day, which happens from time to time. So nothing really to be upset about. Actually, I'm pretty happy. You know, today could have been really bad if we, let's say, try to do a breakout trade with DRAD. That could have ended really, really poorly. So we're down $49.60 today. So it's really not the end of the world. Go back to charts. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it for this. What I'm going to be looking for, I'm going to leave this limit order just a little bit longer here. I might even move it down a little bit more. There is huge support in this area. So I think we might be able to snag a pretty nice pullback trade with DRAD. Again, $6 is huge, big time support, kind of the opening area, and we're basically just pulling back to that area now. So I'm going to probably keep looking for potential entry at about 6.5, give or take a few cents. So I don't know. I think that's going to be my game plan. I'm just going to, and you'll see in the recap video if it works. The Help Alex Get Green Fund. Oh, thanks, Paul. That's really nice. It's actually really funny. Yeah, I guess what does that make us? Now we're what, $47 red on the day, 47.60. But my goal is to hopefully help you guys get green as well. Keith, I am red today as well. Red so far. Yeah, you know, red days are totally fine. You can't let them beat you up. Goal is just to keep the red days small, and I think we did that today. Had 13 green days in the last 2 weeks. Paul, that's beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. DRAD is a tough one. It's been kind of just losing volume this whole time. You know, in hindsight, seeing this one pop back up here, really getting some volume, 2 big volume ticks, and then pulling back a little bit, I think that probably would have been a really good entry. It's just, you know, it's always so easy to identify these things in hindsight, but you're kind of risking the support area here for a potential break of highs. So I think risk reward wise, this is a pretty good trade and ran up 20+%. So I think that would have probably been a good ticket on DRAD. But again, you know, it's really, really super tough. IBIO and HTBX saved me this week. Oh, Paul, that's beautiful. $6 red day. Kind of looks like DRAD is pulling back a little bit here. I'm not totally sure why my charts don't show up again. TOS really needs to figure their stuff out here. I can't get Trade Journal to work. I got server error message when trying to input a trade. Interesting, server error message. I have to look into that. I have an idea what it might be. I think it's because the fees you are entering are 0. And I think that might be causing some issues. I'm gonna have to debug that. I'm gonna write it down. Debug. But thanks for letting me know, Paul. If you can, just let me know anything you do specifically before you get that server error message. I've yet to actually get it myself. So if you can, alex@enslow.com, just email me there. I definitely appreciate it. When I don't put an exit point. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna try to recreate that error on my end, because if I can recreate it, then I could fix it. At the moment, I'm not totally sure where it's coming from. Can't get the market to go up. Are you talking about the Bitcoin market? Bros, I feel you. I did the same mistake with ENZ. That was really not cool. DRAD trying to pull back one last time here. 690 getting chipped away kind of aggressively. Be a little bit more cautious with this one. Hit a low at 38. Some buying volume coming in. NNVC, yeah, back at 11.2. You know, buying NNVC at the 10.5 and buying ENZ at 2.97. I think those are like the two moves we called out pre-market that we should have just done, and we would have been profitable today. So it's always a little annoying when you think like, okay, this is what I want to trade. These are potential perfect setups. So let's see if the market, you know, if the price goes down to this area or goes up to this area, and it happens, and somehow you still have a red day, even though the day did exactly what you wanted it to. I always find that really annoying, but whatever happens. All right, Paul, have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Which officially makes less than my trading. Hey, that's awesome to hear, man. If I was in DRAD right now, if we bought this bounce on, let's say, I don't know, 6.57, I'd be very nervous because the bounce was very weak. It was only about a 3% bounce. And every time you have a bounce that's not very strong, it's a good sign that that stock will continue pulling back for a little bit. And that's kind of how I feel about DRAD right now. SPEX curling back up. Yeah, what an interesting play, huh? That was a 24% move from that dip. Really sweet. This might have an aggressive pullback again. Or it could just break out to new highs. 1.5, big resistance there. DRAD16. Oh, Will Walker, thanks. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the $5. Is this going to the fund to get Alex out of the red fund, which is currently at $49? It's ridiculous. Thanks, though. I appreciate the donation, or I'm not sure what it's called, but always appreciate it. In DRAD at 672, Will, 300 shares. I think that's a pretty interesting play. It just instantly popped back to $7, so that's quite crazy. SPEX, this is a really interesting one to follow. Keith, INO running. Yeah, broke above VWAP. This is a slow mover. Haven't really been trading it at all, just because it's a little bit over the float and market cap that I'm typically looking for. That market cap really kind of exploded in these last few days. Whoa, try to spike back out here. Could use a little bit more volume. Let's see what happens. This minute is looking really interesting here. I know running, boom, DRAD. Yeah, nice play on that one. Worked really, really well. It was almost like an instant, instant move. Really, really nice. I'm out at 720. Boom, perfect. That's like basically as perfect as it gets. Nice little breakout here to the upside. 5, 6, 7% move. It's crazy. I like DRAD because the it doesn't look like it's moving a lot, but the percentage gains on it are just beautiful. The candles have big percentages on it. SPEX at 116. Pretty solid break it's been having. Could see a breakout here, but I don't like how it's on the backside of a really big sell-off. It's not necessarily the first green day or anything like that, although you could probably argue it is. So we had 2 trades today. Both of them were negative. Luckily, they were small losses, so they're not going to really affect us too much. So I don't know. We'll have to get maybe a little bit more aggressive and kind of stick to that plan, the pre-market plan, a little bit tighter on Monday. But, you know, Monday is a new day. We don't want necessarily to go into it with too many effects from the day before. So yeah, let's see how we trade. Let's see how we trade Monday. But for now, I think I'm going to be done trading. I'm going to leave this limit order just a little bit longer here because 6.5 is just a tremendous support area. So I think if 6.5 cracks a little bit and the selling momentum slows down, I think this could be a really, really good reversal trade. Other than that, I'm going to be a little bit more, I don't know, I think I'm more or less done. I think Will nailed that last trade. All right, cool guys. I'm going to wrap up there. I hope you guys have a phenomenal weekend. Enjoy the downtime. Enjoy some relaxing stuff. Don't look at the screen too long. I know that's something that I often do. All right, guys. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. It was good fun trading with you guys like always. I will see you for the recap video this evening, and then I will see you first thing on Monday. So I guess till then, guys, like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.